It's been 2 months since your hometown, Eidos, was ripped from its own reality and placed in a new world. The Eidosians are calling it Horizon. Untamed and uncharted, it presents both risk and opportunity for all. Rangers, mages, and warriors all eagerly answer the call. Not all who have gone in search of fame and fortune have returned. There are many dangers lurking in the dark. Horrors from other dimensions summoned to Horizon as you were. Still, there is hope. There are friendly faces in Eidos, always willing to aid you in your journeys. And in the back of your mind burns the unanswerable question: who brought Eidos to this strange place called Horizon, and why?
Imagine waking up to Eidos, the jewel of this world. A place where every sunrise brings promise, every sunset, peace. This is the city you know, the city you love. Its streets filled with laughter and dreams are a beacon of prosperity. A city where you thrived, where you lived your ordinary life, blissfully unaware of the destiny that awaited you. But even the brightest day has its dusk. A blinding flash, a shockwave, and your beloved city is ripped from its roots, engulfed in an unimaginable terror. In the heart of this chaos, there are beacons of resolve. Heroes, the pride of Eidos, stand firm, unfaltering even when the world as you know it crumbles around them. In an instant, everything you know, everything you love, ripped away from you, transported to a mysterious world named Horizon. As a hero of Eidos, you find yourself in a world unlike any you've known, a world that's not your own. Horizon is a land filled with the unknown, a realm of alien biomes, mysteries, and dangers. Be ready for the most terrific and intense combat encounters. Are you ready to fight? Each battle is a test of your skills and strategies as you master the art of combat in Horizon. Arm yourself with powerful items to survive in this strange world. Embark on exciting side quests and earn rare rewards to enhance your journey. Push your foes and claim your rewards. Explore the diverse biomes of Horizon and uncover the secrets of the calamity that brought you here. And if things get complicated, remember, in your journey, you are not alone. Summon heroes from your world to fight alongside you. Each hero brings unique abilities and strengths. Together you form an unstoppable force. Why are you here? What is the purpose of Horizon? These are questions only you can answer. Are you ready for the journey?
Hey, friends, welcome to our 11th town hall and our final one right before the Genesis Hero Mint, which is happening tomorrow. Super excited to have you guys. Thank you for joining us today. Um, the other part is the game is launching this coming Wednesday, May 31st. So, you know what? We've been promising, we've been talking about all along that we are going to mint and we're going to launch with the game. We're here. We're ready. So I hope you guys are really excited and ready for that tomorrow morning. With that, this is the last town hall in which you can win a whitelist code for our Genesis Hero Mint because it's happening tomorrow. So, and for our first giveaway here, we're gonna anyone who comments hashtag Genesis Hero in the chat today on YouTube will be eligible to win one of 3 whitelist spots for a Genesis Hero. We'll draw the winners at the end of the stream like we normally do. So let's pop that up there. Hashtag Genesis Hero. So get those going in the chat. Likewise, make sure to like, retweet, and follow us on Twitter. Join our Discord, especially if you want to have some reminders for tomorrow morning, exactly what time things are happening. Go ahead and join, and you'll be able to stay up to date. One last reminder as well, we've got one active campaign that is going to be ending tonight. This is our Invite and Win contest. This is for you to have the opportunity to actually win one of 7 Genesis heroes, not just whitelist, but the actual Genesis heroes. So if you invite a new player into our Discord and they stay through the end of tonight here, you'll earn a raffle ticket, and we will be taking that snapshot tonight. The drawing will happen after the Genesis Mint, so stay tuned for that and get inviting people because that's a huge reward there. So yeah, we're stoked to have you today. Today's town hall will be a bit briefer. Frankly, we've just got a ton going on to get ready for the mint tomorrow. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our normal slate of guests here, our 3 founders, Bloater Punch, Sandwich Punch, and Baby Punch. Welcome to the stream, guys.
Hello.
Hey guys. Thanks, man. Excited to be here.
Yeah, finally. Well, we've still got 12 hours or so here, however long it is, 18 hours. So we're almost there. How you guys feeling?
Pumped and tired.
Yeah, excited and exhausted. Although not as exhausted as Bloater. Bloater Punch has been like out there crushing those spaces today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited though. Mint is less than 24 hours. What's our countdown?
17 hours, 49 minutes.
17 hours. Yeah, I'm stoked.
That's awesome. Well, today, again, I know we've got lots going on. Want to keep this relatively brief. What we're going to cover today, just so the community kind of has a sense of the agenda, we're going to talk about the token update that we released earlier this week, just to recover that live, since I don't think we've had the chance to talk about that live yet. Then we're going to talk about minting. I think that's the big focus here. And then follow that up with some discussion about Season 1 gameplay and what the Day 1 launch looks like. We'll save a little bit of time at the end for some community Q&A and take care of that giveaway at the end. So that's kind of the agenda here for today. So, to kick it off, Bloater Punch, let's talk for a second about the token update. Maybe you can give us just a recap as to what we changed, why we changed it, and what you think that means for the community.
So we originally started out with a token. There was a lot of reasons for that at the time. That was kind of like very fashionable for Web3 projects. As we progressed through our development cycle, we kept getting questions about why there was a token. Is it necessary? And those are the kind of hard questions that help shape projects into better projects. And we eventually came to the conclusion relatively recently that a token was not in the best interest of the community. And so because of that, we decided to move away from a token structure. So the sages, who are the seed investors, are not receiving a token. The founders, myself included, there will be no tokens for anyone. So really, it's functioning more like a traditional business, leveraging the best parts, I feel, of Web3. So to me, as a community member, it's only upside from my perspective, simply because tokens are problematic. And I think anyone who's ever been part of a Web3 project with a token has likely witnessed some, bad downside from tokens. So we're going to be leveraging stablecoin, proven coins. We don't have to worry about token price. We don't have to worry about misappropriation of token funds. It's all gravy.
Awesome. And so, tell me a little bit more from a long-term perspective. what do you see the difference between us having a token versus not having a token?
So one of the big, I mean, to me, one of the biggest ones, if I'm putting on my community member hat, is sages and or investors and team members will end up with tokens that they will eventually sell and dump on the community. And again, this is okay, right? Like there is a model where it works because maybe the token is highly desirable, people are buying it, and so those dumps don't really affect the price. But ultimately, we just don't feel like that works. It's not sustainable. It creates problems. It creates a lack of trust. It creates a conflict of interest. And so we came to the conclusion that it would be better to just totally remove it. There's some other problems with the token. The SEC doesn't like tokens, right? That's a problem. There's a conflict between us wanting to maintain the price and potentially be tempted to manipulate the price through the way we sell our token, not only from a team and investor perspective, but also from the project holds tokens to operate and how they sell those. There's a lot of, again, from my perspective, community downside. And so, yes, I think the one thing we did move away from that some people will question is we're not catering to the degen crowd. And we're acknowledging that. I've said this before on a AMA today. This is not a hyper speculative play. You're not coming in here thinking, I'm going to get rich. You're coming in here because it's an awesome project. There's rewards for players who demonstrate skill. The Genesis heroes have a lot of value in their ability to control hero supply. So those are good things. Those are healthy things. There's that age-old adage, if it's too good to be true, it is. And we're trying to avoid that. We're trying to use traditional business mechanics to make a sustainable business.
Fantastic. No, I appreciate that. And I know, for the community, we put a lot of time and effort into discussing that. It wasn't a decision we made lightly, but, we feel like it's the right decision. So thanks for sharing that. Let's switch gears, right? Yeah.
By the way, I want to announce a special giveaway. So for the first person, for the person who mints the first Genesis hero, not on the whitelist, on the public mint, we're going to send you your own NFT. It's going to be a recording of the 43 hours we spent collaborating on whether to get rid of the token, the fighting, the yelling, all of that. We're going to give you that as an NFT. So it'll be memorialized. You can always listen to all of our infighting and yelling about whether we should have a token. You'll have that. So be on the lookout for that. Disclaimer, that's a joke. We don't have those.
Oh man, yeah, lots of fun conversations there that I'm sure we'll look back on fondly. But awesome. So, and again, if you guys want any additional details with respect to the token and the movement away from the token, please go ahead and read that press release. And I just wanted to ask too, Bloater Punch, one last thing on that before we move on. What has been the reception to it, at least from your perspective, as you've been sharing this news?
Yeah, that's a good question. Again, we could only speculate what the reception would be, right? We were weighing pros and cons, but the reception, to my surprise, has been essentially only positive. I haven't seen a single person be like, I wish you guys had a token. Everyone's been like, it makes sense. We're glad you're going that direction. Thank goodness there's not a token, so we've had really positive response.
Awesome. Okay, let's talk about the mint, because that's really what is going on here. Why don't we do this? So this is our mint page, just to share with everyone. You've got the mint countdown right here, 17 hours, right? 43 minutes, 13 seconds, and counting. So when you are ready to mint, this is the page you will come to, dragonscrossing.com/mint. So when this countdown timer hits 0, refresh the page, click the button that says mint now, and you'll be able to choose whether you're boosting or doing a random mint. Is that accurate, Bloater Punch?
That's accurate. So when you click on the button to answer I Know Kung Fu's question, that's when it will take you to Connect Wallet. That's when it will spark the MetaMask transactions. So it's like almost a second environment. When you click mint now, it'll take you to like a secondary place where you'll be able to select how many you want to mint. If you're doing a boosted mint, you'll select which ones, which class and which gender you want to mint. And that's where you'll connect your wallet.
Yeah. I think the intent here was we just want to dummy proof this, make this as seamless as possible. And so there's a big yellowish orange button, push it, and it'll take care of the rest. So awesome. Okay. Let's talk about a few of the details between boosted versus regular. Maybe Sandwich Punch, do you want to tell us a little bit about the differences there? And Brown Jen, if you want to pull up the slide on that, that'd be helpful.
Yeah, so one of the biggest obviously one of the main things is you get to choose your gender and you get to choose your class. So if you don't do the boosted mint, it's just random. So there are 3 classes, 2 genders for each class, so 6 heroes total you could get. So it'll be, you roll, say you mint 1, you just run 1 out of 6 chance to get one of those. Boosted mint, you get to choose the gender and the class. The other big thing is increased rarity by 50%. So remember, there's a floor. So there's rare, legendary, and mythic. The floor is rare. And when you do the boosted mint, the mythic and legendary chance goes up, and the chance for rare goes down. So yeah, you'll see here, mythic is at 5% under normal. Under a boosted, it's 7.5%. Legendary is 20. Under boosted, it's 30. So that's another big thing. One thing that's really cool is there's a chance to receive 1 of 3 original hand-drawn art heroes. And what we mean by hand-drawn art heroes, so the game has been developed over the course of 15-ish months. The original NFT art hero did look a little bit different. It was also prepared by Sejin and is amazing. They're really cool. So right here you see the mage, and we will also be doing a ranger and a warrior, and there's 12 of them. So 12 of them total, but for this specific thing, there's going to be 3 that are going to be given away to people who do boosted mints.
Awesome. So yeah, make sure to reiterate that there's a lot of advantage to boosted, and to be clear, with those 1 of 3 exclusive art heroes, there will never be another one. No one else will have an NFT quite like yours. So pretty exciting. To follow up on that, with if you go to the other slide there, the brown gent, we have revealed 1 of these. As you can see, this is the mage, kind of 1.0 version of the mage. The other 2, if we get 100 retweets, I believe it is, on the post that we posted on our Twitter, we will reveal the other 2 here. Otherwise, these will be revealed when they are awarded. And in terms of when these will be awarded, maybe a couple of days after the mint, because we have to push these out manually. But huge opportunity if you're going to go ahead and boost.
A couple of things real quick. So Voidy said, so the normal ones are AI. No, that's incorrect. The normal ones still took, I don't know, Sejin can give us the exact amount, but a large amount of hours to get right. There were multiple revisions, a ton of manual work. So no, they're not AI derivative. There may have been AI involved in the creation, but there was tons of manual work being done to make sure they got to the place that we liked. And you can, Sejin's in the Discord. That's a good question for Sejin. Like, hey, what's your process look like? For Chips and Salsa, what rarity are those exclusive art heroes? Because they're so exclusive and there's only 12 of them total, unless anyone has an issue with it, they should all be mythic. To me, they're all mythic heroes. So
yep.
I'd agree. Hey, I want to double click real quick on rarity, like what exactly rarity actually means, because it might affect people's decision in the mint. So rarity, Wait,
I want you to summarize it. But first, as an illustration, whoever's controlling the screen, can you just go to the game docs, click on hero rarity, and then Baby Punch can walk us through.
Yeah, let's do that. Page. So yeah, rarity will affect in-game, not in the normal sense of any kind of pay-to-win mechanic, but it will affect your ability to find NFTs. So the more rare hero you have, the more likely the drop rate is for NFTs. And remember, NFTs in-game are summoning shards and skill books. So summoning shards will bring new Rift heroes into the game. Those are valuable because A, you can have another hero to play with in the game, or you can sell that to someone else in the community on the open market. And skill books, those are valuable because they will permanently be ingrained either onto your hero if you found one for your class, or you can, again, sell that on the open market, send it to another one of your own NFTs. Like if you found a warrior skill book, you can learn that skill on your warrior, and those skills will be permanently ingrained onto the NFT, and you'll carry those with you from season to season. So
now, Chips and Salsa just said, if I boosted whitelist mint a common, I'm going to punch myself in the dick. But let's prevent any dick punching just yet. Look at this. There's that line right before the mythic. It's right below mythic. It says Genesis heroes have a minimum rarity of rare. while Rift Heroes can be anywhere from common to mythic. So there will be no dick punching because you will only get rare or higher.
At least not on our account. Nice. Okay, awesome. No, thank you for clarifying that. I want to dive into one other thing is if we can pull up the slide with respect to the Genesis Hero and Sandwich Punch, maybe you can walk us through, the different pricing between the whitelist and the regular mint and the times that we've got up here.
Yeah. So keep in mind, if you have a whitelist, a couple things happen. One, if you're one of the first 300 to mint, you get a discounted price. And then even if you don't hit the first 300, if you've got a whitelist, you can still get a guaranteed mint before the public mint opens. So if I'm looking at the Discord, just for reference, we're sitting at 351 whitelists. So
I would expect to be, my guess is we'll end at around 400. By mint will be about 400 whitelists.
Yeah, and I would be shocked if all 400 showed up at 11 a.m. Eastern and were there to mint. That's just how mints generally go. Like, people will get whitelist, they'll forget. But, if I had a whitelist and I was minting, I would definitely be there at 11 a.m. ready to mint, because that's a pretty significant discount. What it is, it's essentially $150 off. So under the regular non-whitelisted mint, that's 300. For the whitelist, it's 150. And then boosted is just 100 on top of that, regardless of whether you're whitelisted, getting the whitelist discount, or regular. So whitelist window will stay open for 1 hour. So it starts at 11 a.m. Eastern, will stay open for an hour, at which point anybody can go and mint. And I guess one thing I want to clarify is when you do the whitelist mint, as you connect your wallet, the website will be able to know if you were one of the ones registered. And if your wallet isn't registered, you're not going to be able to interact with the mint contract. So make sure you've got your ducks in a row. Make sure you've got your funds on your wallet. Make sure that you have you're on the right wallet. If you have questions, reach out to the moderators. We've got a list of everybody's who's registered and what address they had registered.
Awesome. And again, just as a reminder, the place you need to go is dragonscrossing.com/mint. It's pretty straightforward. Anything else you guys want to add about the mint? I'm going to talk about the live stream here in a second.
There is a comment about any issues minting on mobile, and that should be seamless, right?
I've minted on, or one of the devs minted on mobile last night when we were testing it. So yeah, I don't foresee any issues with that.
Should be good.
Yep.
Yeah, and I will say this though, you'll mint through the best way to interact with the game, which I've played on mobile, and for the mint is use the browser in the MetaMask app on your phone. So you go to MetaMask, it has your wallet. Down at the bottom, there's a browser button, and it'll open up a browser. You'll just want to navigate to the Mint website through that browser inside MetaMask.
Yep. Get that bookmark teed up ahead of time, and you should be good to go. So awesome. With that, so again, 11 a.m. Eastern time for the whitelist mint, 12 a.m. Eastern for the regular mint. So get ready. We're really excited. So
12
with
p.m.,
that,
right?
12 p.m. Sorry. Yeah, not 12 a.m. Not going reverse. All right. With that, wanted to also mention we'll be doing a live stream with our community partners starting at 10:50 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning, and going for however long until they can run out of gas here. But we will have our community partners, Crypto Grady and Doug Hype, running that for us. So with that, there's going to be some exciting stuff going on. So go ahead, mint your hero. During that mint live stream, go ahead and join in and share what you minted in order for a chance to win in-game NFTs. So again, go to the mint page, take a screenshot of the Genesis hero you minted, use hashtag Dragons Crossing, and tag 3 friends to be eligible to win some in-game NFTs. So go ahead and tune into that stream. It's going to be really exciting. We're just really excited to share what we've been spending so long building with the community, finally. So with that, the other thing, Bloater Punch, maybe we could just talk about, once you've minted your hero, how will someone see what they minted?
Give me 1 sec, just typing out. Okay, if you want to see your hero after you mint it, you can go to Dragon's Crossing. What is it? I forget. We'll have the exact URL, but the game app's URL, just like we've shown. I mean, why don't you go to? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me check. Give me
Yeah. And once the mint is complete, by the way, can you put that away for a sec? Once the mint is complete, we'll go ahead and up at the top where it says join Discord, right? You'll be able to click and it'll take you into the application from the website.
Yeah, so if you go to the game app, on any of the demos we've done, you always see all your heroes. You'll still be able to see those. You just can't get into the game till the 31st. So you'll still be able to access the hero select screen. You just won't be able to get in and register for your season until the 31st.
Yep. But you'll be able to flip your card, see the rarity, see the stats, see all of that, right?
Right.
Awesome. So again, up in the top right there where it says join Discord, once we get through the mint, that'll say basically play game.
You could also, not that, I can't imagine why anyone would, but you could also post you could also list your NFT on OpenSea, like immediately. It is connected to OpenSea. So awesome. You can transact.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So as soon as it's minted, you can even go to OpenSea, and I assume we'll share the link in the Discord for where you can go ahead and find that.
That's right.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else you guys want to add with respect to the mint itself? Anything I missed? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. One last thing we wanted to talk through. Again, Sandwich, maybe you want to, since you had put together an article on this, just chat real quick about where people can go, what they need to do to bridge some funds to Arbitrum.
Yeah, so we have several links. Check out our announcements, check out our Discord, check out my Twitter, the Dragons Crossing Twitter. We've blasted it out in a lot of different places. But for anybody who hasn't set up a wallet, this guide shows you even how to set up a MetaMask. People who, for me that's been doing this for a while, I'm just like, who doesn't have a MetaMask already? But there's a lot of people that don't. So there's a guide, there's a section of it that shows you how to set up a MetaMask, then how to connect it to Arbitrum Network. And then from there, it also explains how can you get funds from other networks to Arbitrum Network? How can you get funds from a centralized exchange to Arbitrum Network? And there's even another article embedded within it that talks about using fiat on-ramps where you can just even buy Ethereum on Arbitrum Network with a credit card. So a lot of options, a lot of step-by-step instructions. So highly recommend checking out this article if you haven't and you don't know what to do.
Kathy L's question: for the whitelist mint, is there a count? Yes. So what happens is when you click on Mint Hero, it will open a box where you decide how many heroes you want to mint, and it'll say click mint, and that's where you connect your wallet. And when you see that, there will be this is how many heroes have been minted, this is how many heroes you're allowed to mint. So it'll be really clear to you, Kathy, how many heroes are left. And by the way, if you're trying to mint during the whitelist phase, either it will let you mint or it won't let you mint a white. In other words, you can't pay full price during the whitelist phase. Does that make sense? The only way to mint during the whitelist phase is with a whitelist slot. So I have a list of everyone's OX, and I put those and authorize those to mint during the whitelist phase. If you try and mint during that phase, the only thing you can mint is a whitelisted hero, which is half price. Once the whitelist phase is over, you can't even mint a whitelisted hero anymore. There's no discounts. So there would never be any confusion where you're like, I'm trying to mint outside the whitelist phase, but I'm expecting the whitelist price. That wouldn't work.
Now, when you say outside the whitelist phase, isn't it going to work, though, that for the first 300 heroes, those are at a discount? But those whitelisted folks can still mint during that phase at the full price if they're not one of the first 300?
No. So the way it's going to work is there's only going to be, let's say we have 400 people on the whitelist. Those are the 400 OXs that will be authorized. And then those 300 heroes are up for grabs during 1 hour. Once that hour is done, it's public mint.
Got it. Okay. So we're just going to have that one phase. And from there, it's a pub. Okay. Got it. All right. So be ready for that whitelist, guys. We're, again, excited to share that. From Kong, can we see our Discord where our whitelist has been registered? If your name is sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he was just saying you can request wallet verification, and it's a manual process. So
if you
ideally
open a
not all
ticket-
300, but yeah, just open a support ticket, and if you need to, you can just request verify my wallet address, and we can manually look that up for you.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else we should add with respect to the Genesis Mint? Okay, I think we covered it. If anyone has any questions, again, feel free to type them in the chat here. The next thing, again, we'll try to keep this brief, but the next couple of things we want to chat about real quick are then about the game launching on the 31st. So again, very short window until the game launches. We ultimately decided to wait to not do those on the same day just to avoid logistical concerns because there's a heavy lift with the mint and then with the game launch. So we'll have a few days in between there. But with respect to season one, right? With respect to season one, Bloater Punch, I was wondering if you could tell me a few details about some of the things we've talked about in terms of a promotion for that season one, in terms of the entry fee, drop rates, things like that.
Yeah. So a couple things with season one. Season one is free. There's no cost to enter season one. So a big boost there. We've also tripled the drop rate for Rift Heroes. So we're trying to kind of bootstrap the economy, get the economy boosted. So there'll be a much higher drop rate for summoning shards in the first season than there will be going forward. And then, so free season one, boosted drop rate. And then, we'll be, and we'll stop prizes. So even though it's free, there will still be prizes. Prizes will be reduced. So it won't be full prize pool like it normally is. But if you participate and do well, there will still be prizes. They'll just be slightly reduced. Libra had a question. Seasonal costs are per wallet or per hero? It's per hero because payouts and rewards are also per hero. So if you have 10 heroes in a wallet, each of those could place rewards and you will receive 10 potential rewards.
Awesome. And then there's a question on whitelist, does purple name equal verified? Yes, that means you're verified. The question I think that Kong had was, hey, what if I forgot which one of my MetaMask wallets I had registered on it? That's where you can open a support ticket and ask. Zelfer Knight had a quick question on maybe you can answer this. What's the expected or ballpark gas fee during the mint?
Yeah, I can chime in a little bit on that. So doing some of the test minting on mainnet, I was hitting about, so there's a token approval to access USDC, and then it was about, that was when I was testing 13 cents, and then to mint, I minted 5 heroes. That was I did it twice. The first time it was 50 cents, the other time it was like 39 cents.
So you're saying you minted 5 heroes, and in total for
it was like 60 between 50 and 60 cents for the token approval and the
in total
interaction with the mint contract.
And ETH is the gas, correct?
ETH is the gas. Yep.
Awesome.
So when I did it this morning with 1 hero, it was like 22 cents in total, all said and done. So it depends. It varies. But like Sandwich Bun said, he did 5 at a time, and it was still only about 50 to 60 cents.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to mention one thing, because this is a little unique to, I think, to what most people are going to be used to. So all of the Dragons Crossing contracts for now are going to have to. We're not doing unlimited token approvals. So when you interact with the mint, you're going to need to approve your USDC. And then so that'll be transaction 1, and then there will be interact with the contract. That's transaction 2. If you're like, okay, I did 5, I want to do another 5, it's going to do again. Approve your USDC. There's your little 10-cent one or whatever, and then it'll be another one. Interact with the mint contract. So don't be shocked if you're like, why is it asking me for 2 on each one of them? That's just the way we do it. We think this is a safer route and more secure. So that's how the mint's going to be. So yeah. I just wanted to. It will be, people will be like, why is it approving 2? That's why.
Yep.
I know Kung Fu. Will OpenSea Marketplace show all hero attributes? It'll show essentially anything that I believe would influence a buying or selling decision. So like one thing that's really important is skills. So those are permanent, right? So I want to see what skills your heroes learned. So those will be part of it. your level, your rarity, essentially anything that could influence. I want it there.
Yep. Great question. Bryce Arnold, when's the dev team shirtless calendar? We'll get
Isn't Bryce a sage? Bryce wins the sage shirtless calendar.
there you go. Same day, I think is the answer. Awesome. Okay. And sorry, we kind of segued back into the mid a little bit, but some great questions from the community. Thanks for that. So again, with respect to season 1, just to recap, free seasonal entry if you purchase a Genesis Hero for season 1. Increased drop rate with respect to that. Prize pool funded by Dragon's Crossing. Maybe could we switch to that for a second and just talk about because actually I don't know that we've had a chance to talk about that live on stream, have we? The what the seasonal fees look like, and
yeah, let's
the payout
pull up
structure.
can we pull up the Dragon paper and talk about fees real quick?
Yeah, let's do that. So again, go to our website, click on the Dragon paper here. We dropped a revised Dragon paper that removed all the token references, etc., and provided additional details with respect to the rewards. So if you go down to, keep going, Brown Gent, right here. Okay, so who wants to cover this here?
So are we talking about the pyramid or the curve, or are we talking about fees for the
let's do both. So scroll down to the very next page, and it'll have the breakdown for what the fees are, and that'll inform kind of what the prize pool looks like.
So there's 3 fees here. I'll cover the fees. The seasonal entry fee is $40 USDC, and then your performance in the season will be funded by the entry fees. Then there's summoning. So anytime you summon a hero, it costs $10, and when you identify a skill book, it costs $1. Now, seasonal fee for season 1 is waived, so you get a free season play, and there are still rewards, albeit they will be reduced for season 1. They won't. I think they're half of what they normally are. So we're saying, hey, free entry, you get half the rewards. Normal entry fee, you'll get full rewards.
Awesome. And the focus here is on a sustainable model, so that, hey, look, we're returning 75% of what's paid in back to the players. Some huge opportunity for reward. That 25% of that prize pool that's paid, or the fees that are paid in, we were retained by the Dragon's Crossing for ongoing operations and development. But for non-seasonal play, again, there's a whole different structure that goes with that, which will be announced. But since we're just launching with the seasonal model, this kind of gives you a sense of the fees. So if you scroll up to the prior page, and I think what's really exciting about this is, what does the payout look like? So in a given season, you've got 73% of that, total seasonal entry fees will be paid back to the players as part of the general prize pool. An additional 2% of that prize pool is going to be paid out to the top 3 players. So there's real huge rewards if you end up at the top of a season. Again, success is based on players' performance relative to other players. And Bloater Punch, correct me if I'm wrong, but for season 1, what are we looking at in terms of the metric for success?
So the metric for success for season 1 is you have a quest pool, right? You get 15 quests a day. Sometimes you use those on traveling. Sometimes you use those to heal. Sometimes you use those to buy equipment. And sometimes you use those for combat. And so we're saying, as you progress through the game, you're going to use quests. When you die, you lose your quest for the day. So who is the fastest at getting to the final boss and beating him? That's the metric for success. So if you do that in 150 turns, and I do that in 151 turns, you are ahead of me on the leaderboard.
Got it. Awesome. Okay, so that's the metric for success. As you can see here in a hypothetical structure where you've got 2,000 players in a season, you come out first place, you put in $40. And again, this is not for season 1. Season 1 will be slightly reduced, but let's say I put in $40. I'm walking away with, almost $950. If you're basically
in any other NFTs found during play.
Yeah, that's right. It does not include the increased drop rate for NFTs and the rewards based on that. Or skill books or summoning shards. Basically, if you end up in the top 40%, you're at least breaking even with what you put in. If you're in the bottom, you're still going to get some of that back with varying degrees here. So again, we think it's really exciting. There's a lot of opportunity, and this isn't just a lottery. I think that's an important thing to keep in mind. This is a strategic RPG, and your actions, your decisions are what are going to drive where you end up on this. So we're excited about this. This is what we're going to have in terms of a breakdown percentage wise, at least with respect to season one. Could be subject to change in the future as we make additional changes, but we feel like this is a good structure to get us started with. Anything else you guys want to add on that?
I just want to call out a weird edge case. I don't think I'm wrong about this. You could enter season one, find a summoning shard on that day, summon, sell that Rift Hero, and someone else could enter season one with that Rift Hero.
Good point.
How
So
long?
you-
How long do they have to register?
So
for
right
season
now, I actually just baked season one, put it into the oven and baked it. So it's fresh on the mind. You can enter starting May 31st and it closes on June 3rd.
Okay,
Awesome.
so 4 days. 4 days.
3 days.
3 days.
31st to 1st, 1st to 2nd, 2nd to 3rd. Yep, 3 days.
So to clarify though, in the season, how well you do in the season isn't necessarily pinned to the first one finish, but more along the lines of how few quests, right? So someone who entered on June 3rd could still specifically take first place, even though they started late.
That's exactly why we're keeping it open for multiple days. It's because it doesn't really matter when you joined within a range, right? If you joined on the last day, you wouldn't be able to do it. But if you joined within like the first 3 days, you still have essentially just as much odds to make it and achieve the season quest. However, I will say those that join earlier, setting aside the season quest, have more time in game to quest, which means more opportunity to find NFTs. So no downside, but there is some upside.
Got
You know, I wonder if it'll create a dynamic where it's kind of like overtime in college football, like who has to go first, and the person that goes first is always at a disadvantage because it's like then the second person knows exactly what they need to do to beat it.
I could definitely see that.
So
Yeah.
you could be the first one done with 4 days left, and then you've essentially set the bar for everybody after you.
Yeah, they're gonna YOLO on that last one when they might not have otherwise.
Yeah, you're like, how much more risky do I need to be to
Yeah.
beat that person?
It'll be interesting to see how things play out. But again, that's part of the excitement and what we're excited to see and to share. I know Kung Fu had a question. Did someone from the team manage to beat season one for 22 days or less? I'm trying to recall, what were we
I don't
at?
remember the day count.
I was at like 21 and a half.
Yeah, and Samich won that season. But yeah, keep in mind that's 28
It's only because he
days.
found this super OP item.
He cheated, basically. I'm pretty sure is what happened.
But there is one topic I do want to double click on that might affect people's decision in minting. So there's a game mechanic within the game that might affect your mint decision, and that is there's a shared stash, and players can actually take advantage of that shared stash if you have multiple heroes. So if you have one hero, you don't have another hero to pass any items to within your shared stash. So there is a small advantage if you have multiple heroes. If you find a really good warrior or ranger item, then you can throw that into the shared stash, albeit it does cost quests, but it may be worth it to then take that item, put it on your specified hero. So it is a mechanic that does, play towards an advantage of having multiple NFTs. So just
let's use inclusive language. It's heroes or sheroes.
Sheroes.
There you go. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, a lot. The game docs are up, by the way. Again, if you go to our gameplay page on our website, there is a link to the game docs, which will give you some additional details there. So some really great content there. Pretty exciting stuff. Anything else you guys want to cover with respect to the launch of the game or seasonal play based on what we've been talking about here? I think we covered it, but I want to make sure I didn't forget anything here.
Well, I just want to maybe one thing on the shared stash again. You don't have to go back, Sam, to the shared stash, but what's interesting about the shared stash is there's pros and cons. The pros are you can trade items on your wallet. The cons are it costs quests. So, like, I feel like all of our mechanics, you could view that as an advantage, but that could actually be a disadvantage, right? Like, you have to do the calculus to say, is it worth the 2 quests that one hero had to pay to put it in, and then 2 more quests for the other hero to take it out? Is that returning enough value to your hero to be able to do that? And again, to me, that's what makes good gameplay is there's always like an ambiguity about the right choices, and you have to make the evaluation.
Yeah, love that clarity. The other thing to note too is with items, they have a they've got a level requirement. So if you find a super awesome level 10 or whatever axe for your warrior, you can't just pop them on them level 1 and then be super OP. So there's that to consider as well. So Sergeant Filthy McNasty is going to mint 36 heroes. I think that's what he's going to do.
Sergeant, I'm getting a tat of you on my left butt cheek.
That is the appropriate amount of heroes. So
Yeah. For anyone wondering how many, that's probably how many it should be. Okay, awesome. Well, with that, I mean, I think we've dropped a lot of alpha here. Again, the biggest thing to keep in mind, tomorrow, 11 a.m., that is when the whitelist mint is happening. Right after that, at noon Eastern time, is when the regular mint is happening. So look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the live stream and going ahead and minting those heroes there. So before we wrap our final town hall before mint, we want to do that last live stream giveaway. So type in hashtag Genesis Mint if you haven't already. If you're in here watching, we'll give folks a minute here to type that in to see if they want a chance to win 1 of 3 whitelist spots. All right, let's roll for it. This is a 1 in 3 chance. This is pretty solid.
I know. I think most people probably have a whitelist at this point.
Yep. Hey, there we go.
Go.
Kathy L. Congrats on that win.
Let's go, Kathy.
All right, Esper, looks like you mistyped Genesis Mint. Fix it so you can get in there. Okay, yeah, now you're in there. All right, I know Kung Fu.
You can give another one away, dude. You can do your own little giveaway.
I mean, he's basically got his own collection at this point. Awesome. Congrats.
How many are we giving away here?
One more. And Kong,
Kong
another,
has his own
let's
collection
go.
too.
another regular winner.
I see Kong in all of our AMAs. That guy's a champ.
Love it. Love
He
to
is
see
there
it.
present.
Love you, Kong.
All right. I think that's a wrap, guys, unless there's anything else I haven't covered, or unless you, Bloater Punch, you want to do random trivia giveaway. It's up to you.
Well, we can't really give away whitelists. We could do USDC. What the heck? Let's end with the 25 USDC giveaway.
There
What
we
the heck?
go.
Who wants $25? Here we go.
Who wants $25? Okay, let me think.
Well, can I participate after we rug
Yeah.
ourselves with a token?
Yes. Yes. Let's see. Hold on. I'm thinking. I need to do a non-Googleable. I hate the Google stuff. It drives me bonkers.
So remember, get your Discord name and ID up right away. And be ready to type in the answer as fast as you can.
While he's thinking, everyone should tonight get your MetaMask ready, prepped, have a little bit of ETH in there, have your USDC, so you're just ready for the mint in the morning, depending on where you live. But just have that set up, ready to go, so you're not fighting any bridging issues or anything.
Absolutely.
Okay. This one's Googleable, but if you knew, you would be faster than someone that's Googling. Okay. Who's the oldest human in the Fellowship, and why is that person the oldest human?
Oh, I know this.
Oldest human.
Who's the oldest human?
talking
in the
about-
Fellowship?
The Dunedain. Yeah, listen, that doesn't give it away because if you knew Dunedain, you already know the answer.
All right, we got a Gandalf in here from I know Kung Fu. I don't think he's human.
He's not human. He's like a Mithrandir
He's Maiar, isn't he?
or Maiar. Yeah. It is. I mean, Bryce said it, but Tom Bombadil. Tom is not in the Fellowship.
Oh, in the Fellowship. Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
I'm saying in the group. That's
Okay, okay.
That's why it's called, right?
Yeah.
It's like I'm saying the group, the Fellowship. The group that assembles at Lordaeron's house, and then they go and like that Fellowship.
You can skip Bryce. He
I
has
guess it would
whitelist.
be.
Oh, this is for $25.
Oh,
This
this is for
25
$25. Okay, that was.
Still skip right. No.
Yes, don't skip that.
I don't know. I said why though, but Bryce didn't say why.
Oh.
But then Aragorn
Are you
has the
contradicting?
pendant.
Are you about to contradict yourself with this
I'm
question?
not. He's the reason Aragorn's the right, but it's not because he has the pendant. He's old because he's part of this like ranger cool boy group, and they ended up with super long lives. Roasted. Are you about to contradict yourself?
He's a Dunedain.
He's a
They
Dunedain.
have a long lifespan.
They have a long lifespan. Probably.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking it was because he had mixed blood.
Sandwich Punch does not read Lord of the Rings, as we know. It's too easy for him, so he doesn't know what he's talking about anyway.
Dude, it's lightweight. It's lightweight fantasy. Okay.
All right, so who won? Who
So
gets
who won?
25 bucks
Is it
here?
Bryce? But okay, so here's the thing. I said say why. Bryce had the first answer, but then no one really said why. I guess it's Bryce then.
All right, Bryce, give you 25 bucks.
Get it up.
Is he half elf? That's not. No.
No, he's not. I
no,
just
no.
Googled. I just
His kids
Googled.
are.
No.
Yeah, roasted. Actually, no. Take it away from Bryce. He just said he's half elf. Just
Oh,
kidding.
jeez. Oh, jeez.
He's not half elf. Am I
All right.
taking
It's
crazy
not, no,
pills?
Dunedains, that's their own race. That's not a half elf.
Yeah. All right,
All
there's
right, Bryce. Congratulations. I'll buy you sushi next time I see you.
attaboy. All right, so guys, I think that's a wrap. Did we miss anything else before we sign off?
Godspeed to everyone in the
We
mint
botched
tomorrow.
another trivia per tradition, so that's good.
Yeah, we're getting it out of the way so the mint goes smoothly. No concerns by anybody here. All right, guys, we really hope you enjoyed our content today. Make sure to follow our socials. Be ready for the live stream tomorrow. Congrats to those Genesis Hero whitelist winners today. And again, reminder, get those invites out. You still have a chance to win a raffle ticket for winning actual 1 of 7.
So when are we
Genesis
doing the
Heroes.
drawing for people who get a free hero? When are we
So
doing
drawing will happen post mint, but the snapshot is going to be taken tonight before the mint.
that? Okay, awesome.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Take care,
See you
guys.
guys.